Hi, it's Master Darren here. Welcome to Shaolin based striking. 10 strikes which you need to know how to use them effectively on an opponent. Okay, the first strike we're going to cover is finger jab. Alright, to be in a position to strike properly, you've got to be physically in the position, okay? So you don't want to be standing front onto somebody, you want to be standing on sideways to prepare properly. And you've got to be prepared to block properly. Okay, so punch comes in, one, finger jab, finger jab. So you can do 2 fingers to the eyes or 1 finger. There's variations of finger jab. Depends on how you want to affect it and how aggressive you want to be onto your opponent. If it's a life or death situation, your finger jab is an incredible strike, but only in life or death. Okay, so we come in with a block, finger jab fast to the eye, or 2 eyes. Okay, the more press-ups, people who do press-ups on their fingertips, finger jab is much more effective. Still effective if you don't, but much more effective. Okay, so punch strike comes in, block, finger jab out fast, 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 fast. You can practice this speed of reaction on a hanging piece of paper to get your speed up. Striking the paper. Strike the paper. So snake block, you'll learn from my other videos. Snake block in, finger jab to the eye. Straight for the eye. 1, 2. Show you on the dummy now how to do snake block, finger jab. Here's the arm emulating the punch. Just block here, finger jab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For advanced martial artists, it's good conditioning. You can finger jab against the dummy. 1, 2. So block, snake under to here, to the eye. I'll stay on this side so you can observe it easier. 1, 2, 1, 2, and the single finger. Shoot it like this. Here, 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 here. 1, 2. Change of tacks. 3, 4, 5, 6. Finger jab. Okay, so again, assess how desperately you need to use that finger jab. And how powerful you need to apply that finger jab, because potentially you're going to do a lot of damage. So really, finger jab is for an extreme life-threatening situation. Okay, strike number 2. Simple old dragon's fist. Dragon's fist punch. So open your fist like this, close your fist. Don't clench it too hard, just a firm close. Thumb on the outside, so when we do punch, we don't hurt our thumb here. Okay, so to punch effectively with a dragon's fist punch, you need to punch from the hips. To train yourself to punch from the hips. To do this, you need to just practice the punch from the hip here and straight out. And straight back. And straight out. And straight back. So being conscious of the straight line that punch is creating, informed by your rotation of the hip. By your rotation of the hip. Okay, straight out. Straight out. Now switch to the other side. So hips turned, straight out. And down. Straight out. And down, straight out. You're going to develop a lot of power with this punch. It's aiming for the side of the jaw. That's its aiming point, the side of the jaw. Here. And 1. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 5. And 6, and switch. 1, 2, 3. So the quicker your hip rotation is it will become more natural and you will develop more power naturally, okay? And remember, whip at the end of that punch. That's when your relaxation hits its peak. When you've hit that maximum turn, that's when your relaxation is at the most. That's when you're going to do the most, create the most impact. Create the most impact. Okay, practice it, practice it. Turn. Really practice this the most. The rest will follow. And drop. Alright, the rest will follow. You can introduce a block, but don't confuse it. You can keep it simple, so you're turning. If you think you've got that really good, you can introduce your block. Block to strike. Block to strike. Block to strike. That's number 2. Number 3 is back fist strike. Awesome strike. Again, close your fist like so. The back fist strike is aiming for the temples. Temples. So, punch comes in, we press block down. Press block and strike to the temples. Knuckles are aiming for the temples here. Pressure point in the temple. And back. So, punch comes in. We're standing on the side here. Don't minimize your striking zone. Like here. Block. Nice press block. Nice, relaxed press block. Hinged. Just like a door would strike. A door would move. Hinge of a door. Like so. Like so. 1. You can move back and move forward with your strike. Okay, so be loose, be relaxed. Don't stand there hard on the ground, stuck. Okay, here we go. Punch comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Back fist strike. 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch to the other side. So switching to the other side, your right hand will do the press block and left hand comes under. Okay, so you can see the knuckles will hit temples. So block. See how the strike comes in here, inside to there. And 1. And move back and move in. Move back and move in. And move back and move in. Moving in, when you've created that block, you've got a safety zone. In. And 1. And 2. On the dummy, back fist strike would look something like this. Okay. So, block. Block to strike. Block to strike. Okay. Block to strike. Block to strike. Block to strike. Block to strike. To strike. You can, on the dummy, you can use an open hand like so, or a closed fist. Doesn't matter. 2, 3. Block down. Block down. Block down. You can use it high or low. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Closed fist. The principle is what matters. When you're practicing with a partner, you can probably better to use an open hand. So left hand block, open hand. Okay, right. Next strike. Next strike, leopard's paw. Okay, put your hand out like so. Bend your fingers to here. Thumb to here. On the side angle, it looks like this. Leopard's paw. Alright, leopard's paw is striking for the throat, the voice box. Ouch. Okay, so let's do our left hand block. Leopard's paw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Side angle vision. So if I step back here, press block, 1. That's what it looks like. Straight into the voice box. Leopard's paw is very, very fast. You can imagine how fast this is going to extend and retract. Okay? Straight for that point. Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, slower, 9, and 10. Pretty self-explanatory. Leopard's paw, closed like so, strike like so, looks like so. Alright, it's just one that needs to be practiced. Practice on both hands. Press block, leopard's paw. Press block, leopard's paw. Press block, leopard's paw. Press block, leopard's paw. Okay, next one. Tiger strike, monkey strike I should say. Monkey strike. So, in Chinese Kung Fu we're using all the different animal forms. We've done snake, dragon, tiger. Here is monkey. So, monkey strike, block, strike. Like so. As a monkey picks up the berries from the tree, that's how your hand will be. As if you've got berries in your hand. Okay? That looks a bit like crane in one sense. And that's how you're going to strike. Quite an effective strike when used in the right time and place. Time and place meaning in the situation that fits it the most, that you're going to create it. Okay, strike comes in, block, tiger, monkey block, round, capture, strike. Round your head, left hand here, block, strike. Without any of the blocks, simply this, strike. Strike. Side angle, strike. 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 Notice the fingers all together here. The thumb is supporting the fingers so they don't get hurt upon striking. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So the blocks with them, if you can see, around your head, monkey, as if he's wiping around here, wiping around. The left hand works with it. Wipe, here block, strike. A little bit more of a complicated set of movements with that strike, but that's setting you up for the cyclical motion of the monkey strike. So here, round, here, here, here. See how the monkey opens and closes, working with the opponent to get the opponent's hands to where the monkey wants them. All right? Around, here. Around, block here, second block, down, flap down. Here we go for the strike. He's ready for that strike now. All right. Bang. Bang. You can practice this. Right hand. So start with your right hand around your head. Left hand here. Flap down. Block. Ready for the strike. Okay. Monkey strike. Right. The next one is tiger claw. All right, tiger claw, tiger palm. Okay, amazing, a lot of power from this strike and relatively simple to use. All right, again, it's from your hips, striking out to the jaw. Hips to jaw, 1, 2, 3, 4. Introduce your left hand for blocking, just as good habit formation. Here, strike. 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 Now, again with the strike, at the last moment of impact is when you're most relaxed. Okay, you're most relaxed at the extension of that turn of your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing strike, straight for the jaw. Remember this? jaw. If you need to, and if you have time, you've done that strike, your fingers are ready to claw the eyes. Okay? If you want to do that sort of damage. Clawing the eyes is a way of controlling the person's face to take them down, or whatever you feel or deem necessary at the time for your protection. So, tiger claw is a strike, and then a grab, or a rake, raking down. Quite vicious, but be careful how you use this strike. All right, on the wooden dummy, block, tiger palm, tiger palm, tiger palm. This side, tiger palm, tiger palm. You don't need a wooden dummy, but if you have a wooden dummy, it's awesome to practice the movements on and increase your conditioning strength of your hands too. 1, 2. So remember, a relaxed, complete relaxed motion. No force required. Turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Notice my blocking and striking coinciding together. Watch. All right. Tiger palm. Next strike. Ridge hand strike. Ridge hand strike is an interesting strike. You're striking with this area of your hand. So it looks like this from that angle, but this, the striking angle, what's seen will be this angle here. Striking with this part of the hand here. Now, again, this is for the throat. So you've got to create that opening to get to the throat. So, ridge hand strike on the dummy will be seen like this. Turn like this. 1, hitting here. 1, and switch sides. So it's a wide angle strike. You're using your hips and extending your arm. So extend with this one. Extend to strike. Again, your power is generating from your hips. Extend. Other side, extend. 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 It's an incredible strike to use from a crane stance position. From a crane stance up into the throat. If you get into that position to use it. Okay, so punch strike comes in, block, ridge hand. 1, 2. Here, block, ridge hand. Striking with this part here, it's quite hard. Into the throat, into the voice box. Be careful how when you use it and at what intensity, because you don't want to cause irreparable damage. And with lots of good training, it's too easy to hurt somebody. Okay, here we go. Here. Ridge hand. Ridge hand. All right, you can see it here, ridge hand. Properly. Block, ridge hand. Ridge hand. Ridge hand. Ridge hand. And ridge hand. Okay, right. Next strike. Knife hand. Upper knife hand strike. Upper knife hand strike is aiming for the throat area of the human body. Knife hand strike. So we must get our hand looking like a knife to effect a knife hand or to perform a knife hand strike. So side angle vision. You can see my arm is like this. Hand like this. Open like a knife. So you're going to be striking with this area of the hand here. With conditioning, this area here can get very strong. You can condition it on the dummy. Relaxed, of course. Relaxed. And when you're warm. Okay. For more senior students. But knife hand's an incredible tool. But again, like all striking, you've got to be in the position and create the opening to use it effectively. Remember that. Remember those words. It's not something that's going to be just thrown in and used and a waste of energy if it is. To use it properly, it's going to be the right time to use it. Okay, punch comes in, left hand block, twist of the hips, knife hand, right to the throat. Switch sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can practice knife hand by doing this as well to reaffirm that into your body and mind, the strike, the relaxed hit. So repeat that relaxed hit. So it's released, it's not forced. And switch sides. Switch. So when you're switching, the striking hand will drop down to here, to here, to here. And switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do it on the dummy. If you have a dummy, if you don't, it doesn't matter at all. Okay. So we've got our block going on here. Knife hand strike, switch hands, strike, strike. So when we're doing knife hand strike on the dummy, it's awesome conditioning as well. Striking against the arm, but towards the dummy. In, 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 in. You will build speed and power through that repetition. Always using 2 hands. 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands, 2 hands. Okay? It's upper knife hand strike. Upper knife hand strike. You can use downward knife hand strike now. Downward knife hand strike is predominantly for the groin. A little bit different in how you use knife hand for the groin. It's going to be a quick flick. Okay, so drop it down like so. And move that motion fast. So block your face. Because you're in front of the person here, block and drop. So if I can move back a little bit here. So it's not going to be a push, it's going to be a quick flick. Quick flick to divert and to potentially drop that person for an uppercut. Okay, so knife hand, lower knife hand. Lower knife hand, low. We'll do it slowly. You can do block and drop. For practice sake, block high, knife hand, drop. So that's going to be a flick strike. Flick. 1, 2. 1, 2. Switch sides. Left hand up. Drop. Flick. Flick to the groin. Now I want you to, when you do your flick, drop. By dropping slightly, you're going to increase the intensity of the strike. Drop. Drop. Without any extra muscle, just by dropping, you're going to increase that intensity of strike. Drop. 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 Other side. 1. Okay. 1. Uppercut. All right. Which leads me on to the next strike. Uppercut. Uppercut. In Kung Fu, Chinese Kung Fu, we do Cobra head. Actually, Cobra head. To do a Cobra head properly, think of a cobra snake, how fast this snake is. Okay, so it coils around. It doesn't come up like a simple uppercut like this. It's much more effective, clever, and quick. Remember, it's an animal. Okay, here we go. Slowly, cobra head punch. Right hand goes in like this, like a simple basic punch. In, it circles around. Watch how it goes. And it whips up under the jaw. I've used this in free sparring. It's awesome, it's quick, and it's not seen by the opponent if you do it in the right time. Okay, so starting cobra head punch, cobra head strike. In, see how it's turning? Fist comes in towards you, up towards you, and up. That's the trajectory. And it's a whip. Just as a cobra uses its tongue to whip, the last motion of the cobra head strike is a whip. It's a whip. It's a whip. Very dangerous, awesome. Because the person won't see it coming. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. Down, up. Okay? We can do this on the dummy. In here, around and up. So, around up, around up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the punch comes in, circle, around, and up comes the Cobra. Bang. Okay, amazing strike. It's a beautiful strike to perform, to do, and it's a relaxing strike. Remember, it's not forced. Circle around here and up. Both sides. Other side, left hand in. And Cobra up. Right hand, Cobra up. Left, Cobra up. Right, Cobra up. Don't think that by going down like this, you're slowing anything down. If you're thinking like that, that just means you haven't practiced it enough, or you don't understand the concept of the cyclical flow. Because when you've practiced it for many, many times, even with or without an opponent, you don't need an opponent, you don't need a dummy, it becomes natural. It becomes very, very quick. It's the most effective strike. Okay, so here, here. Right, last strike we're going to do, elbow strike. Elbows are awesome because they're so hard and they're seemingly, wow, you don't expect them coming. Punch comes in, block, elbow. How hard is that? It's like being hit by your knee. Okay, so you can use elbow strike, punch comes in, simple block, elbow to the temple. Okay, punch comes in, elbow to the temple. 1, 2, 3. You can put your hand to strike, 4 like so. So you've got a bit of a target there. And move. And move. And 1, 2. So be conscious of how you're stepping, using your hips for maximum power, remember. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's sideways elbow, and you can do upwards elbow under the jaw. All right, similar block again, striking here. Remember, you've got to get yourself into the position to use these. So don't think, when am I going to use it? With experience, it'll happen. You will create an opening for it to happen. Upper elbow, close your fist like so, and go to ear, under the jaw. So your fist comes up, goes to your ear, striking under the jaw, opponent's jaw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So when you're going up, coming down, you can close your fist so you're completing a strike as well. If you need to do a downward strike. Okay, downward strike. You could go up under the jaw, strike onto the shoulder here. Up, down. Up, down. All right. So, a lot of strikes there. The secret is to repeat and practice. Repeat and practice. Repeat and practice. If you want to feel the amazing beauty of Kung Fu and how it will work for you and save you in a situation, you have to put yourself into practice. It's the only way. Keep watching our videos. I really appreciate your time in watching these videos, but you got to practice and you'll feel the beauty of Kung Fu. Thank you for watching.